Hey everyone, welcome to my preview of the Masters in Jerusalem. It's going to be a good one, taking the top judoka from each category, putting them up against each other, so it's going to be a big event I think, and I definitely think the heavyweights, especially from 81, it's pretty stacked. So we'll go through, these are my top picks. We'll start with under 60. So first up, I've got Nagayama. I think Nagayama needs to prove himself here, but he's got a few difficult guys to get through. There's Saralashvili, he's a young Georgian coming up, doing really well. And there's also Verstraeten. Verstraeten's looking good recently. And of course Yang, the Olympic silver medalist. And one more, guys, how could I forget this? He's down in the ranks, so I didn't see him. Smetov, finally going back to under 60, so that's definitely his better weight class, and it'll be good to see what he does. Under 66, one of my favorites. Vieru always looking good, really slick judo. But there's also Shamailov, hometown advantage for him, and he's got some big throws as well, so it'll be good to see him. And Yondon Perenlai, he's kind of changing up his game a little bit these days, looking good in recent times. Also a couple of French guys, a couple I have not heard about, but down the bottom there's Gobert. Gobert took out Takioka at the recent Tokyo Grand Slam, so we'll keep an eye on him as well. 73 now, and this is where things start to build a bit, start to get a lot of big names here. Shavdar Tuashvili, he's competing. There's also Lombardo at 73. He is taking Basili's spot, apparently. Basili going down to 66 again, which will be interesting. And one guy who I've seen recently doing quite well is Van der Kay from Germany. Last person to take out Ono Shohei, so we'll see how he does. And he had a pretty good performance at the Tokyo Grand Slam. 81 now, and this is where things start to get pretty stacked. Got Muki competing on home territory, so that's good for him. De Wit's always strong. Chuchi from Belgium. Wrestle's really strong as well. But, I mean, things get even more insane. So we've got Cass, Fujiwara, those two had a great match recently. And Cass also had a great match with Grigolashvili recently as well. So Grigolashvili's here too. Molai Saeed's here as well. Did I mention Boltaboyev? 81's pretty stacked. There's so many guys, and I think anyone can take it. Under 90s, two Japanese with Murao and Mashiyama. I definitely think Mashiyama's got a bit of momentum going behind him at the moment. He's doing quite well. And he had a good contest against Beka Uri at the Tokyo Grand Slam. And Beka Uri is competing at this one too. So he's at the Masters, but there's also two other Georgians as well at under 90s. So we're at Beka Uri, Beka, and also Maizoradze. So it's a lot to get through, three Georgians there. And some of the names, Van de End, he's making a return, haven't seen him in a while. Triple, coming off a pretty good result the Tokyo Grand Slam, and also recently crowned world champion Bobanov as well, so under 90s pretty stacked as well. Under 100s, classic names, Libertiliani, he's going to be there, Coral, Pelchik Peter, recent silver medalist at the world championships, Reyes. There's also two Japanese here, Iida and Wolf. Wolf's got a lot to prove. He's had two bad tournaments in a row, going out in the first round at Tokyo Grand Slam, so that's not good. He's got a lot to prove, and he can do it. I mean, he's won against almost everyone on this list, but the one person he hasn't won against is Shrazdashvili, and the reason being is Shrazdashvili coming up from under 90s, recently competing at under 100s, and he's probably doing better than Wolf at the moment, so it'll be interesting to see. And lastly, guys, plus 100s, three people who I've got in mind: Kagiura, Saito, and the last one, the guy at the top of the list, is Rakimov. Rakimov from Tajikistan. He got beaten by Saito pretty easily the first time they met, but then he gave Saito a pretty good match the second time, so maybe he's kind of figuring him out a little bit, so it'll be good to see those two fight it out again. Kagiura, I don't know, I just think he's too small for the division, to be honest. But he's very technical, very skilled, so we'll see what he does. Alright guys, looking forward to it. Stay tuned for the action, and I'll see you around. Peace!